so what do we do with this data, right? How is it actionable? How do we know what to do with it? How do we decide what to do with it? Angela, I don't know if you want to start us off on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to kick it off to Brandale. And I was just curious, like we saw on the opening slides, we had a second topic listed there about how do we use data without just checking a box? And again, that's something we hear pretty often and we get that question too. So I'm curious about your thoughts, Brandale.
Yeah, it is very difficult sometimes, especially when you are working with a client who is very numbers focused, right? And so you give them data, and maybe within the data, you realize that there are a lot of groups who aren't represented in the same amount other groups are, right? And so their mind automatically goes to, okay, well, we need to get more people of color on the team. We need to get more women on the team. And so it's our job to kind of say, yes, that's great. And so it's not always about just checking off the box, just checking or trying to ensure that you're making a quota. You really want to use this data. Again, I keep saying this, you guys are going to get tired of me saying this, but to foster a sense of belonging, to foster a sense of inclusion. Even if you hire additional women or people of color or people from other identity groups, if they come to your team and they don't feel seen, they don't feel validated, they don't feel like they belong, they won't be there for long, right? And so you have to use the data as a starting point. So yes, maybe consider ways that you can recruit and retain more diverse talent, but also ways that you can cultivate an environment to where those individuals want to stay, that where they want to feel like, or they feel like they're part of the team, that they belong there and that they're appreciated. And so it's just a tiny baby step in the journey of really fostering that sense of inclusion. It should absolutely never just be used as, okay, we've hired X amount of women, now we're done, we don't have to worry about that. No, that is just the first step of many in creating this safe space for individuals.
And on that, that's why we collect so much, or when we do our data analysis, that's why we collect other things rather than just demographics. Like it is so important to understand how other people are feeling about we have like, of course, different statements that we collect experiences on, but for example, like how you feel about inclusion and belonging, just as you said. So like if it is just really about checking a box, we wouldn't be focusing on all the other data points that we want to collect as well. And so,
absolutely.
go ahead.
I was just going to add that I think that the data can really serve as a foundation for like creating a strategic plan to address the gaps that are identified, right? And so really being intentional about how to identify those things and how to address those things in a way that's extremely comprehensive. And again, that's not just that checkbox approach.